Ladies and gentlemen, another week.
We are here. It's Friday.
The weeks are oddly like fast and slow at the same time. Do you guys feel that, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I think they're going pretty fast. I mean, that, like I said, March felt like a long month, and then April was very fast, and May is flying.
May's
over.
We're halfway through the month. You might as well be at New Year's.
2020's over.
Yeah, May's over.
What are we doing for New Year's?
For real? Probably nothing.
I don't want to be around any fucking people.
Closed parties. Small closed off party.
Oh my gosh, I know Pete's partying.
Yeah, had a
Pete's
party.
partying. I caught up on behind closed doors that you blacked out the other
Had a
night.
little shindig.
Well, you know how I knew you. One, I had friends tell me, had Ryan tell me that he was going to go check out the scene at the big Costa Brava birthday celebration. Then I could tell you were hungover because I get the notice for every single door between here and the warehouse.
Because I didn't come in at 9
And
a.m.
I saw what time the security alarm got unlocked. I was like, oh, this guy's hungover.
Yep.
So I saw
Because it's usually between like 8:30 and 9 I'll get here.
Yeah.
And that was like
It was 10:30, 11.
10:30.
Pete looked banged up yesterday, but he was still here working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him to drink a Costa Brava to make himself feel
do a little
better,
kickstart.
and he wouldn't do it.
But I had a little caffeine from Taylor. He brought me a little
Okay.
cold brew. That kicked me right back into action.
It sounds like you were with like 8 or 9 people.
Yeah, it was under 10.
10. Right.
Wow.
No open air space, I'm assuming.
No, it's like 9. It's
Close-
a 9 or 10. We're not going to get...
Closed apartment.
Yeah. No, there's a sliding door that was open. Good little airflow.
I wonder what's going on. You know how like you don't know, like, you know, in March people were spreading this virus all around and nobody knew it. Then it's like, oh, is it really spreading? What's like? I wonder what is going on. Like, what is the real risk of Pete going and hanging out with 10 people and getting wasted? Like,
these are the same-
I wonder what it is.
10 people that I...
Honestly, I don't think the risk is high.
No.
I don't
just-
think the risk is high either because we've eliminated the big spreading occasions, which are close gatherings. We've shut down for the most part. Even people like Pete who've taken it probably 50% seriously over the last 8 weeks, he's in better shape than he would have been in early March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know of, I mean, knock on wood, but have you guys heard of anyone getting it like in the last 2 weeks?
2 weeks now.
Like just pulling up with it?
Post March, I don't think I've heard a person.
Yeah, I don't know one person after.
March, everyone had it.
Yeah.
It was floating around like...
That happened quick, man. It was literally Tom Hanks and NBA, and then all of a sudden, like 5 friends have it. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, now you can't find someone with it.
No.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, well, Pete, thanks for rolling the dice. I'm going to keep my distance and keep wearing my mask just in case.
Right.
You and Taylor both. I don't really trust you guys.
Yeah. I'm not the one you should be concerned about. Sounds like Taylor's the one you
That's
should
what
be
I hear.
concerned about.
I hear Taylor secretly really rolling the dice.
It's not even, it's not even him, but it's who he's around.
I actually might go back to Florida this weekend for the second time during Corona.
Our flight's still $30 or whatever?
Not to Tampa. My girlfriend's family's in Tampa. There's like no flights to Tampa. You have to do like 2 connections, but you can go to Orlando for $19 and drive to Tampa.
So, I mean...
$19.
What airline?
Frontier.
Spirit.
Is it really Spirit?
Yeah. So like,
Why don't you treat yourself? Get a Spirit first class. Was that $58?
They don't have first
They don't
class.
have
in Spirit.
first class.
They don't have first class?
How much
No.
is a
But I
first
would
class?
treat myself on Spirit and pay for the carry-on bag. That's treating yourself on Spirit.
How much is a lay flat LA to Miami, American Airlines?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Check it on while we're recording. Let's get a price check on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the mindset of, I mean, really, Taylor's perfect. How old are you, Taylor?
You just say I'm perfect?
I don't mean as
Taylor's
a...
blushing.
Yeah, because nobody compliments Taylor.
I don't mean like as a human. God damn it. Okay, you answer my question and then this will make sense.
What? You asked how old I am?
Yeah.
27.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you're 27, you work remotely, you do well for yourself. I
Too
feel
many
like
compliments.
well, no, I'm saying, okay. Can we just talk? And you're a fucking idiot.
What is the point of this? No one compliments Taylor.
What I'm saying is, I was gonna say for guys like Pete and Taylor, but just being honest, Taylor has a little bit more disposable income, but you can really like thrive during this time.
I mean, I have millions of credit card points too that I'm just itching to use on flights.
Like you got cheap flights, you can just go hang out. No one's worried in your demo.
The
No one
thing
has
is,
kids. No one like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'll out myself a little bit here. I've been traveling a little bit during Corona.
Yeah.
On the low. I did a cross-country road trip. I drove from LA to Florida.
And then you flew back.
Flown around. But it sucks because everything's closed. So you want to go to the place and like try like the restaurants and everything. It sucks wherever you go, stuff's closed.
Yeah.
But I've been looking at flights. Like we're talking about a Bali trip in a little bit.
Oh my
I've
god.
been looking at some things.
Holy cow.
I think if you are aggressive on travel plans, I would be booking right now because it's going to change. It's going to change at the drop of a dime, and everything's going to explode in price, even for ways out. And I think even if it's like planning something for next year, I'd be booking it now.
Yeah, so prices have actually gone up a little bit. So I've been tracking them a lot. It was really low. Then it went up because they canceled so many flights. So there's way less inventory. So most of the flights have been full. Like I've had a bunch of friends who've been traveling. Like on middle seats empty, but the rest of the flight is fully full.
Yeah. I saw also, I mean, I know this because I'm airing a lot of goods from China right now. It is triple the cost it was 2 months ago to air cargo.
It's crazy.
Because there's just not enough flights. And then a lot of those flights have been taken up by bigger companies that are booking it. So it definitely is a real challenge.
Yeah, because there's no inventory.
Yeah.
$800 round trip LAX to Miami first class.
Is it a lay flat? What type of aircraft is it? It's important.
It's a direct flight.
You should see a guy laying down. If he's not laying down.
If it's a 737, it's not a lay flat. If it's a 757 or a 747.
We get it. You guys lived the good life.
Yeah, but sitting upright.
Come on. Who sits upright anymore?
As soon as they say put the seatbelt on, I'm flat.
Yeah.
Bring me my champagne.
Okay, well, listen, I just feel like some people are really thriving and taking advantage. Like I have another young friend who's successful who lives in an apartment but is Airbnb-ing houses, like a different house every month around the city. And like the discounts are insane because no one's...
I think I've seen that on Instagram. I know what you're talking about.
I think you have. And he's just living the good life.
Yeah, I think that is actually the biggest opportunity is if you're not so keen on like restaurants and sightseeing or whatever, go to some incredible location and rent the most insane house you can because there are incredible deals.
Yeah, so we've been looking at that, and Tierney keeps like talking about because he has the Paradise page, so he can get like all these awesome deals for free.
He showed me a ridiculous house in San Diego, which I literally thought was Hawaii, and he was like, "No, that's San Diego."
Yeah, and he's like, "Let's go send it."
Yeah.
You know what's funny is Taylor's gonna book an international trip, not do his research, land, get quarantined for 14 days in a government-sponsored hotel.
And it's going to be awesome because I'm going to have a newsletter about it. I'm going to post on socials about it. I'm going to build my brand.
He might
about
end
it.
up becoming super famous. The American trapped in Bali.
Yeah.
I'll start a GoFundMe, raise like $500,000 to get me out of there.
That could work. That could actually work to your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there are opportunities out there if you have some disposable income.
Yeah.
Some good discounts.
I would say stay within the U.S.
I agree. I totally agree. I think I might do something for the holiday weekend next weekend, but like close.
Driving distance.
Yeah, like how do you get a nice little house around here at Palm Springs or, you know?
Well, if you're going to do it in Palm Springs, I'll be there. So if you want to come party with us.
Next weekend?
Yeah.
And I was there last week, and it's really hot, like 105 degrees.
I mean, given that people are working from home, why wouldn't you just go Tuesday to Thursday and get a discount?
Totally. It's totally true. Long weekends don't matter.
Yeah, the weekend doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
all a long weekend.
Yeah, you're totally right. Okay. D, what's going on? I see what are you doing with Detour? Because on Short Story Long, I've completely just...
Sailed it.
given up.
It's a really short story now.
Yeah. It's literally no story, very short.
No story is long enough.
The story has ended. So, obviously, with all the business stuff going on, it's just added work. But then, I don't know. My thing is always guests.
Yeah, it's very different because mine has been about, I'm literally sharing my day-to-day experiences as just an entrepreneur in this time. So like
smart move, by the way. Smart move to base a podcast on yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because when you rely on these like high profile guests,
there's
no one gives a shit right now to like hop on a Zoom. You can get a couple, but
and the quality suffers and all those things. But like, I just like the one I did today was just about don't be shy in a time like this where people are afraid to ask vendors or ask people for things that you normally wouldn't because, I'm asking people that normally don't make this. I'm like, can you make this for me? Can you do this for me? I'm asking everyone for everything because I need every ounce of help to get out of this situation.
Yep.
So I think like it's just sharing those experiences that I think are, and it's great. Like there is a woman who makes bridal dresses. I think her business is called Katie Collection. She listens to group chat. She listens to Detour, and she hits me up out of the blue and sends a really nice message saying she listened to an episode of Detour about why you should do whatever you can at all costs to survive, to pivot your business. She ended up making masks out of the bridal collection stuff. And so it's like really fancy mask for women, and it looks incredible. And she said her business is like thriving. So I think it's just if people get inspired or excited about things that are happening in your day-to-day business, sometimes you just got to hear it from somebody else. Because I'll listen to somebody else and I'll be like, fuck, I can do that. Why don't I just ask? Not
to mention that if you're just, really anyone, like you should go to every monthly bill you have and ask for a discount.
Yeah.
Auto insurance, car lease.
Yeah.
Ask to delay your, whatever you need to do. But I think a lot of people right now are taking discounts or delaying payment.
Yeah. There's like this rare opportunity to take advantage of it. It's open to everyone. You just have to ask.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a good time to learn how to ask.
Yeah.
I always wished, what I always thought would be like a good training is like any of those, like real estate agents that go knock on doors and you just get shit on every day. Yeah. Like I feel like there's good training for young people on how to just get shit on 50 times to hopefully get one answer.
Yeah, because young people don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
Forcing them to cold call and have that awkward conversation.
Yeah, that fear of rejection. Yeah. You got to get over that quick.
Yeah, like I used to, this was such a great communication experience. I was the telephone operator at the Malibu Morgan Stanley office my senior year of high school, right after senior year of high school. Maybe in my junior year of high school. And I drove out there every single day and I was literally the telephone operator. And back then, the brokerage house got like 500 phone calls, an hour of people. If the stock market was going down, it was like old people calling, give me fucking Stanley now.
It's like boiler room stuff.
Yeah, it's literally. And so they were just like, if all of a sudden I got an influx of calls, I'm like, oh my God, the market must be going down.
Yep.
And just learning how to deal with all temperaments of people and then passing on. And then the broker's pissed off because I passed on some like pissant client, not the big dog. Right. And they're like, this guy has no money with me. Why did you just pass him through? It's just learning how to like handle communications is so interesting.
Yeah, it's important.
I think that's really smart. And the other thing, if you're young and you want to reach out to someone that you look up to or successful, when you're young, you get the free pass.
Yeah.
People are willing to talk to young people.
Totally.
Yeah.
No matter how successful someone is, no matter how rich and powerful, if like a 20-year-old kid reaches out, there's a good chance that rich and successful person's going to respond pretty nicely.
Yeah, I think there's just a huge lesson for young people. Like I think everyone looks on Instagram, you see these rich hustlers, watches and whatever, and like you don't realize the skill level of just taking shit, getting shit on, getting denied, putting yourself out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to learn that somewhere.
Yeah, I remember, good story, Samir from Jinx, when he was just graduating college, starting his business, he just cold emailed Mark Cuban and Mark Cuban responded.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of emails with Mark Cuban too. Over like the past 7 years, I've pitched him probably 10 different businesses.
Yeah, he responds.
He responds to everyone.
Which is amazing.
And he always is like, go execute on it. I don't care about your idea.
I even learned that on Short Story Long. Like I feel like just reaching out to people blindly and the people that I never thought I'd be able to get and them saying, yeah, sure, I'll do it. It was like, whoa, shit. Yeah. Like you got to ask. And I also got ignored a shit ton too. Okay, and then the last thing is we have a quick shout out. We have a birthday, a Kathy birthday. What's happening?
Yeah, Isabel, happy birthday. Longtime listener. Her boyfriend reached out and said she loves the pod and wanted to wish her a happy birthday. Alex, you might have got a weasel out of a gift.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that's what this is. Oh, man.
That's Alex going to UPS returning whatever the hell he bought.
Yep. Damn, Alex, you owe us a
you owe us whatever you're going to get her. Send it this way.
Yeah, that's true. Also, another really big listener listens to every episode, has a birthday today while we're recording this. My mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Mom.
May's just loaded with birthdays.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Probably some of the greatest birthdays ever.
Well, except one. It's funny, every time I miss an episode, my mom panics.
Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's asking if I'm on a
Yeah,
ventilator.
everyone just assumes you have corona. And you're probably
Sometimes you
getting
have corona
treatments.
mid-episode. You got to get on a ventilator.
Gotta go get a few pumps and then come back. Yeah, I've had corona 7 times. Okay, you guys ready to talk about what's going on in this crazy world?
Yeah.
First thing first, Pete,
What?
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
your people. Your people are all in the news this week because they tried to keep this kind of stay-at-home order in place. It went to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and they said, hell no.
Yeah, little Tony Evers got shut down.
What?
Tony Evers,
What's that?
governor.
Oh, that's the governor? Tony Evers? Oh, well, listen, Tony. Sorry about you, man. So people are back out at the bars. Bars are slammed. There's a bunch of Petes running around. I mean, the same way. It's in your blood. You're out here blacking out. They're back home blacking out.
But they're now at a bar. I mean, people, you should see these bar videos and pictures. They are slammed. And for the most part, it's not just young people out there. It's like old people.
Old people are pissed about this
Yeah.
more than the young people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck.
And so it's interesting because I actually think the Supreme Court or the state Supreme Court in Wisconsin did a disservice for the people on the way they rolled it out. I'm okay if they said they overturned it and said, but this is how we're going to do it.
Yep.
Because they just overturned it and said, fuck it, doors
Just
open.
flip
doors
the
open.
switch and they're like, go right
This
back to
is
what you're
so
doing.
irresponsible of politicians. It's even just for societal lack of chaos. Do it just say, Friday the law goes into state. Next week you can reopen. And we want, even just say,
following week and then-
even just say 75% capacity.
Yeah.
These are packed to the brim.
Yeah.
You know what's pathetic is that it's just purely a political issue, no
Yeah.
longer a health issue.
No. Yeah.
You have a Democratic governor and a right-leaning court.
Yeah.
Right-leaning court says Democratic governor, liberate our state.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with coronavirus.
No
anymore.
one cares about any of the implications, business, health. It's all bullshit.
It's all politics.
It's are you with Trump and liberate or are you not?
You want to know the one thing that I have that I just feel like is kind of fishy, not to be Trumpy conspiracy guy here. We never got any data from Florida, Orange County, any of these places that had these big openings now a month ago. I mean, people were back on the beach in Florida 3 weeks ago or something. You never got any data that there was like an increase in...
They did shut the beaches down.
I know, but do you think, I mean, like, show me the numbers.
So I mean, this is the problem that generally in politics, doesn't matter the side, they don't know how to articulate information to the public. And even in this case, I don't actually have a problem if the Supreme Court thinks in Wisconsin, this is what their people want. Cool, go do it. I don't give a shit, just stay away from me.
Yeah.
They should have done it in an orderly manner, and or even give some information. I mean, it literally was like a switch turned on, and then everyone just ran to a bar. I mean, like there could be other issues that we're not even considering. Forget Corona.
Yeah.
That could be caused. There could have been a riot. There could have been all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
That unnecessarily people could have gotten hurt. Unnecessarily people, like I get it. You want your guns. You want your bacon. You want your freedom. All
And
that.
I'll win their beer.
And their beer.
And their fucking
Aaron
beer.
Rodgers suiting
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I'm sure fist fighting and hooking up was at an all-time
Oh
high.
yeah. I'm
And
sure.
then you have the president of University of West Virginia saying, there will be football this fall, even if I have to suit up myself. This is the president of a university, effectively mocking everything that's gone on the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And this just shows you have to question authority at all times. Just because someone has a fancy title doesn't mean they're not a dumbass.
Yes.
Yeah. It goes all the way up to the highest levels here in
Yes.
America.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the highest level, we have a dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, it's just why it blows my mind how much, like, we all joke about Trump and whatever, but like it runs through the entire system.
Yeah. No,
Governors, mayors, everyone's just like, fuck it, I'll do whatever my party's doing.
yeah, that's the problem is that unfortunately, like politics is not, you're not allowed. This is why like a Bernie Sanders was so unique is whether you disagree with them or agree with them. And this is what people thought Trump was going to do too, which is like change the system. And Bernie came in with unique ideas, a unique perspective. And what did the Democrats do? Squash him because they're afraid of this. We have two parties. We have two ideas. You're either left or you're right, and that's it. You can't be anywhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And same with the Republicans. Like, Donald Trump came and said, "We're going to drain the swamp." The swamp is filled with shit now.
Oh, filled.
I mean, he didn't get rid of anybody. It's all the same clowns that were there before.
No, and it's just so much more swampy.
Yeah, he's put these TV commentators like Larry Kudlow are running our economic future.
And he
So we're going for
retweets
herd immunity.
I think the U.S. has basically, outside of, I think, our demo, which is still taking this seriously, it seems the country has given up on the lockdown.
Yeah.
We're going to open up. Americans have made it clear we will tolerate a certain number of deaths and a certain number of hospitalizations. Don't take our rights away, and that's the American way.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm actually okay with that. If there was a vote and 51% of the country wanted that, that's okay with it. But if there are consequences, you need to die in peace. Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't
Oh, yeah.
you can't go
When
and
you
agree.
get sick.
So if you're
Shut up and
if
die.
you're at the bar in Wisconsin, you don't get a bed. If someone who's quarantining,
Yeah, you don't get to talk shit. No one feels bad for you.
Yeah.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah, like you can't, like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with we all are taking risks, right? We have to choose for ourselves what risk tolerance do we all have.
Sure.
If we go out into society, we know we are taking a risk, and then there are consequences for that risk. And if we get sick or someone we know gets sick, that's our fault. I'm okay with that consequence.
Yeah, like if Pete gets corona, no one feels bad.
No.
No one
And honestly, with the way the country the way we've operated for the last decades, we tolerate school shootings.
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything about the guns. So kids can die.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Auto debts. Yeah, our auto laws aren't that great.
Yeah,
Why are 16-year-olds
cigarettes,
driving?
obesity,
Cigarettes, people die.
supersize it
Juul.
all.
It's the American way.
Yeah, but I'm actually kind of down for that. Like if you're at risk or elderly or whatever, lock it up. You're fine. You manage your own level of risk.
Yeah.
But like you said, the consequences are the consequences.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with it, I don't want to then all of a sudden people are out in the streets of Wisconsin saying you didn't take care of us. Where's our health care? Where's our jobs? Because there's not going to be any for you. You're fucked.
Yeah, that'll happen too. Okay, well, just Pete's being Pete.
Just so we're clear, my family is not out. They're not at the bars.
Your friends are.
Brothers?
Nope.
Friends.
None. I have no reports back from anybody that I know that's actively out. A lot of this is in small
old guys in Brewers jerseys at the bar.
Yeah, these are middle-aged dudes in these smaller towns that are like, fuck this, Corona's not here.
You took the Bucks away from us, and you're taking baseball away from us.
And that's all their life
How
is, and
dare
especially when it's coming out of the winter, these people are antsy. Hey, look, we live nice here. It's cold 6 months out of the year.
I know, that's what's so bad is it's starting to warm up in all these places. Like we complain, we're happy it's spring. In a place where you've been covered in snow and
they
freezing
just got
cold.
snow.
Yeah.
They're do this little teeter thing where it's
I know.
snow, cold, and then it heats up for a couple of days. Everybody loses their shit, and then it gets cold again.
Yeah.
And then it's coming into the summertime where you're just antsy to get out.
I get it.
We'll see.
As long as people understand
Right,
the
no, I agree.
consequences, they educate themselves on the risk. You could do whatever you want. I don't care.
I agree. Okay. And the cool thing is, we're going to get a bunch of case studies.
Yeah.
Let's see
Because
what happens.
I hope everyone in those bars, they go out, they don't get sick. That's what we want.
And if they don't, that'll lead it for us.
Yeah.
If they do, we're fucked.
We don't want to be the guinea pigs.
I mean, that's
So is there going to be a migration of young people from California and New York? Because the bars aren't opening up anytime soon here. But I think you'll see some resemblance of restaurants opening up in the next 30 days. Are they going to migrate to Florida,
but not long migrations.
Wisconsin? No,
for 2 weeks?
For I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Taylor.
we already have
everyone's
talks.
working from home.
Well, stuff's
Taylor.
opening back up in Arizona.
Yes.
We're talking about going over to Arizona and going out to the bars
I think I think you do weekend trips to places like that. I think that's what happens. Here's the reality.
That's
There's
my problem.
3 states that have really good looking people. Okay? Okay?
Yeah.
That's reality. If you're a girl or a guy,
Right.
you tend to go to and it just so happens California is probably the biggest. I mean, West Hollywood is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Second I moved here, I was like, I get this now.
Okay, there's pockets. There's
Yes.
pockets in Florida, pockets in Texas. I would say Arizona's pretty good looking, especially Scottsdale. Other than that,
you're fucked.
Pretty ugly country.
What about New York, Miami? I thought it was going to be LA, New York, Miami.
No, the problem is New York.
They're all closed
They're
right
all
now.
closed.
New York
They're
is-
saying
Oh,
for
you're saying
open.
good-looking people that are open.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
a real slim
Yeah,
picking.
Arizona is going to be a weird place.
Yeah.
Because people already, I feel like Arizona is already like the California creep-off spot, for a lot of athletes and like stuff like that. It's going to get real weird.
So this is transplant emigration
Yeah.
from LA.
yeah.
All the transplants are going to go back to their town.
But here's the problem. Then they bring it back. This is my only that sucks.
Yeah.
Then they bring it back. Then Pete comes waltzing in here with his corona.
Yeah.
Then us who have been relatively safe get it, take it home to wives, girlfriends,
Yeah.
whatever.
And one of us die because of
yeah,
Pete.
exactly.
Because of some shit bar in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it all started.
Yeah, but nobody gives a fuck if I get it, so who cares?
That's fair.
You
That's
had to
totally
take
fair.
that fifth fireball shot.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
you
the
think
one
I
that
take
did it.
fireball shots? Nice.
Okay, well, just be careful,
Yeah, no, of course. I would
If you're
never put
feeling
any of
under
your
the
lives at
weather,
risk.
just don't come in. But if you do get it, we just want to go on record early.
There's
and
like
say,
no way. I've been far too exposed. I've been exposed. There's no way I haven't.
We got to get antibody tests.
Yeah, we absolutely.
There's got to be someone who would come in here.
Because if we all test positive for the antibodies,
Jeff
then
told.
like,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Yeah, we should all just get it one day.
okay,
Just play a little game. See
yeah, yeah.
who's got it.
Who's got it? Who doesn't?
Okay. What about this guy? Remember that Senator Richard Burr that did like the kind of insider trading shenanigans and was all over the news? Now, this is what I think is interesting. It's cool that it's back in the news, but for the sake of public opinion, it was all in the news. People were outraged, and then I didn't hear a word about it for like a month.
Yep.
But it is back in the news. Apparently, he's like temporarily stepping down permanently. What's he doing?
Well, he's stepping down as the chairman. So the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, just so people know, he is a Republican senator from North Carolina. He obviously had information on what the impact of coronavirus would be on our country in advance. He chose to sell stock because he didn't want to take the hit.
Yep.
So he was
Retrospect-
trading on non-public information.
Yes. Little did he know the stock was going to be close to record highs. You're a fucking idiot, Richard Burr.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you moron.
Richard Burr.
Richard Burr. And then on top of that, this guy, his phones just got seized by the FBI. I would love to see what's on these phones.
Yeah. Oh, good.
They
stuff.
showed up at his door
Yeah.
in the FBI jackets, it sounds like,
Yeah.
and seized his phone. You think he was dumb enough not to wipe his phone when this all leaked?
I think even if you wipe your phone, FBI can.
Well, no, that's the whole argument with they'd have to go to Apple to hack your iCloud.
They got some Russian homies they can call. They'll be fine.
It could be stored on cellular.
And I would argue that if you're
cloud
dumb
as
enough
well.
to do what he did, you're probably dumb enough to leave
This guy
something.
is Senate Intelligence Committee is the most powerful committee in the country. This is it. This is the most important information in our country. This guy is trading stocks?
Yep.
Like Taylor?
I mean, how is he even allowed to trade stocks?
And why would you do something like this and think you could get away with it?
Because that is the brashness of politicians. They think they're above the law. You should not be allowed to have any equity interest in anything as a public official.
I agree.
Zero.
So when you get to the administration, you're forced to sell in a tax advantage way. They give you
course.
the most generous tax avoidance way to sell your equities because you can't have an ex-CEO billionaire pay any taxes.
Is
God
it its
forbid.
own tax?
So it gets put in a trust where there's some trickery.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the culture there is like, him and all of his buddies are like, oh, go ahead. Steve over at blah, 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 will take care of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Internal affairs.
Like, do you really? So Donald Trump has confidants like Steve Schwartzman of Blackstone, big financial firm. Do you not believe Donald Trump is sitting in the Oval calling, hey, Steve, the Fed's about to pump $3 trillion tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, right?
Yeah, I would tip off all my homies.
Yeah, Tom Barrack, Schwartzman. Let's see their trading patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're the ones that talk to Donald.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know that it's part of the thing. It's like just what we do. But like, if you can straight up pardon your homies for crimes of, then why wouldn't you be able to just slip them some info?
yeah, and then it's so easy to cover that track too. It's like, except Richard Burr is obviously sloppy.
Yeah.
This guy's a real idiot.
He's an idiot.
The whole point of life is to get past the velvet rope.
Yeah.
And
rules do not
in every way, whether it's a club, life, anything, get past the velvet rope and you're fine.
That's what we've learned during this pandemic, I think. The way that we treat the H-Wood group is how we need to be treating everyone in our business world.
It is. Once
Parker's just got to let you in.
Yeah, you just got to know Parker.
If you know Parker in every facts of life, you're good.
Yeah. Damn it, that's true. Okay, lesson learned. That's my biggest lesson from this pandemic.
Yeah.
What about it looks like we're getting some new warnings. I don't know. This feels to me a little bit like we knew this was coming. Maybe it wasn't widely accepted. I think maybe people thought the initial hit of job losses and payouts and we're maybe going to be it, but we're getting all these new warnings that that's far from it, and there's a lot more to worry about.
Yeah, interesting. So the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, he was talking about that 40% of households earning less than $40,000 included someone who has lost a job since February. So while the overall unemployment rate is in the 20% range, the unemployment level for lower income people is substantially higher. An interesting stat here, 31% of teenagers are unemployed. This was 14% in March. These are teenagers that are seeking to work. So it's clearly showing that the inequality has started, and the Federal Reserve now, who's pumped all this money into the market through stimulus on the top level, is now kind of saying, we don't have enough money for the people. Mm-hmm. How is, the everyday person going to manage their life? And, the Democrats are proposing another stimulus package to give up to $6,000, I think, per family. It's how are you going to pay for it? I mean, if money is irrelevant, let's just give one of the things that, remember, we talked about that Chamath suggested was, he said, pay everyone's salary for 1 year. That would have cost $3 trillion or $4 trillion, something like that. That would be a lot easier solution than this kind of phony baloney situation we're doing now.
Yeah, because all we're doing is propping up the stock market. It's divorced from reality, and the pain isn't even started.
Yeah.
The economic pain has not even begun.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and the thing is now the Fed is realizing, here's where the stock market, why I'm so confident that it's going to correct, is that even if you're optimistic, forget the Fed, you're just optimistic that this thing is a V-shaped recovery, it's proven that that's not happening. And it's disjointed in the recovery. There will be states like Wisconsin that will reopen. I'm dying to know in Wisconsin, 2 weeks from now, a restaurant, a bar, a shopping center, what level of capacity are they at compared to where they were in February? And then we know California is going to be a slow grind. California, Texas, Florida, New York, that's more than half the country's GDP is in 3 states. So we already know we're going to be a grinding halt and very slow to recover. So there is no this is going to take forever. This whole recovery is going to take so long, and these jobs are going to take so long to recreate. And now even some of one of the things I saw people were complaining about, there was kind of pandemic pay raises where hazard workers were getting paid. So Amazon warehouse employees, grocery store clerks, all of that is gone now. As of this month, everyone's stopping. They're we're kind of opening, so why are we paying you more money?
Right.
So all the money that was been floating around that people have been using to go shop and buy food and go buy iPhones, that money is not going to be here unless unless the House and the Senate just keep giving stimulus checks to people.
Right, because the My Body, My Choice crowd doesn't realize once there's a resemblance of an opening, the benefits stop.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
that's a rough. It's not even the My Body. I mean, we talked about it a lot. Not only the My Body, My Choice people. I think, to Anand's original point months ago, I think the behavioral impact on the country is we can't even fathom.
Yeah.
Right.
Meaning anything from the people that have been collecting unemployment and actually living really well, that now don't want to go back to work, to the people that aren't even going to want to go to restaurants when they can.
Right.
Bars, blah, 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 like traveling. There's so many people that I think for years, well, I mean, we keep joking because obviously it's the most newsworthy, like that people are down to jump on cruises or, you know, Taylor's down to take a road trip around the whole country. But I would say the majority is scared to frickin' death.
Yeah, I mean, I've spent my entire adulthood traveling nonstop.
Yeah.
I can't even think about when that would resume. It would be post-vaccine, post 6 months past vaccine.
Yeah.
Let me see how everything shakes out,
Yeah.
and then I might leave the country.
And they're saying that there's a really good chance. I mean, who the fuck knows? But that, like, you know, every year you get a new flu shot because it mutates. Every year, Corona could mutate and could have some, you know, like the flu isn't gone. Everyone doesn't go get flu shots and nobody gets the flu. A shit ton of people get the flu.
Right. Yeah.
So if instead every year a shit ton of people get Corona, like even if that happens on a small level, that will freak people out. Even if you guys went tomorrow, like Delilah's open. You guys are like, fuck it, I'm down to go to Delilah. You're still going to Delilah maybe once every week and a half instead of 4 times a week.
Yeah, of course.
And that's everyone with their local TGI Fridays. That's their Delilah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That impact, I think, lasts like a long time.
Yeah, I think it takes there are certain conversations, I'm gonna jump topics, but like everything from business travel, which I would say is ultimately gone. I don't even see a reason for a business person to travel and go somewhere. If you're not even going to the office, why the fuck are you traveling across the country or the world to have a meeting?
Yeah,
So that, you know how big business travel industry is? Think about not just airlines, not just hotels. Think about restaurants. Think about all the businesses that survive because business tourism is such a big thing in places like New York City, San Francisco, Chicago. Imagine all of those people no longer coming to your city anymore. It's wiped out. Yeah. And then you take work from home impact. We haven't even talked about that. Everyone's now, look, Twitter effectively, what I took away from the comment that Jack Dorsey made that said everyone can work from home from now on. Twitter effectively killed San Francisco. It's over.
Yeah,
because if you live in San Francisco and you probably work for one of these big companies, they just said you never have to come here again. Why the hell would you live in San Francisco?
I had that conversation with one of my best friends who's a San Francisco truther. He always and he's done very well in San Francisco. And I said, you're the only person of our friend group that needs to stay up there because you have family ties to San Francisco. If you don't have family ties, then why are you staying? Yeah,
you can live anywhere, and you might as well go live in whatever location.
I'm scared they're going to come and drive up our goddamn real estate prices.
Yeah.
Those little tech billionaires are going to come.
They should go to Napa. Go drink your wine.
LA sucks. This is an awful city.
Yeah, they're
Anyone
coming here.
Silicon Valley.
We've spent the last 2 years saying how LA's in its prime. We got LeBron, the nightlife. They're all coming here.
Yeah, I mean, and that's these are the changes, the habit changes that are going to change the world and change the economy. And unfortunately, it is unbelievable for you if you are an exec at Twitter or a person at Google, person at Facebook. Because guess what? Your company's probably doing pretty damn well. You're getting paid extremely well, and you just get to move out of the most expensive city and go live anywhere. Like they interviewed a person that works at, I think, Twitter or Google and said, I'm moving to Sacramento and I built a mansion.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying they're going to go to Nashville, like all these cool cities that are just significantly cheaper.
Yeah, and Taylor's going to Charleston.
Yeah, well, even 4 or 5 years ago, I lived in San Francisco because I worked at LinkedIn, and I was paying $2,000 a month for the tiniest little bedroom in the tiniest in a 4-bedroom apartment, and it was just miserable. So the money you make, like my friends are paying like $3-4 grand a month for places in SF.
Yeah,
they can come out here and ball in LA, but imagine Charleston or somewhere else.
Yeah,
and you would kill it.
Yeah, and I think that's really the shift that people aren't realizing what that will have on the economy. Those habits, I don't think politicians understand that. People that's why it's so important. Why it's so important to slowly reopen the economy so that habits don't get changed forever. Yep. If you cause chaos, like what happened in Wisconsin, and you are a conservative person in the way you go about your life, and you're gonna be like, fuck that, I'm never going out.
Right.
You're not gonna want to go out. But if they do it in a slow, measured way, it's painful, it's long, but maybe in 18 months we're all back to our normal life. But if you just flip the switch, then everyone's gonna be gone.
Yep.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a dimmer, not a light switch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will see. But I think it just has continued to be shocking how behind the ball we are instead of anywhere ahead of it.
Yep.
Okay, you want to know what is just absolutely cracking? And I think this is probably a bit of a no-brainer, but the numbers are in and it's true. All forms of streaming. So whether you're on IG, Twitch, YouTube, people are just streaming their tits off. If you're on OnlyFans, they are literally streaming their tits off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, I mean, we knew that. I think that things like streaming will have forever gotten a bump from this. They may not stay at this level.
Yep.
But I do think if you looked at some sort of graph, this probably, I don't know, like this whole streaming thing, even the whole, like they're talking about adding to the versus battle, like comedians.
Yep.
Kevin Hart kind of did one, like spur of the moment with Affion Crockett.
Oh, wow.
And it was really good. And so now they're talking about doing that. And like, it just, there's been this whole new world. I feel like streaming was almost like the technology was pretty good. It was there. But people just hadn't made the shift to really using it. So anyway, great news for streaming.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's up nearly 100%. I think the key to streaming now is right now it's amazing. Streaming is like a Corona success, same way Zoom is, same way Peloton is. The key to it is, whereas other things will kind of go away, streaming could potentially stay. It just needs to evolve a little quicker. Like the quality of IG live streaming is not there yet.
Yeah.
Zoom is great in terms of the quality, but like even just the experience, like why can't I, like on IG live, I don't mind leaving it on, but like I want to go check other things.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it can't just float on the screen. So to me, they got everyone to use the product because nobody was using IG Live or YouTube Live or Facebook Live. Like those were dead kind of things.
Yep.
Twitch was obviously very popular, but now it's like, what's the next step to actually make these really good products? Because I don't know what it looks like 18 months from now when you can go back to going to a concert or you can go back to, going to the movies or whatever you want to do. Are you sitting on IG Live? It's fun now. It's the same thing. Like I'm going to keep bringing up the Peloton argument is that 18 months from now, everyone's talking about, like I read an article like, oh, the community on Peloton. Wouldn't you rather go somewhere and hang out with people than ride on a bike with a screen? Yeah. I'm like, there's no way that community, like our run club, it's cool that we do it online, but like that's not fun.
Right.
I'd rather go see everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so I just think even with IG Live, I don't see how. I don't know if it just continues on this growth rate post-corona.
No, it won't stay at the same rate. I just think that there's people who have like created a new habit. So like maybe you didn't give a shit about like Twitch streaming, and now you're actually a fan of some new person, and
it's
so
really
like, you're
funny.
gonna stick around. But I do think like you'll see this exponential growth and then it kind of levels back out, but still higher than where it was in January.
Sure. But like, let's say live sports come back on, right?
Yeah.
So like people who are searching for things to watch, the moment there's like a football game or basketball game, all those are people who are watching IG Live. They're going to go watch something else.
Yeah.
I just
So I actually was thinking, obviously the diehard sports fans will always tune into the games, but the casual sports fan that hasn't had sports now for 2 months, is it just a behavioral shift? They're like, I don't really care. I don't need to watch baseball.
I just think it's so good and so embedded. Like the experience is sort of objectively good that I think you'll just miss it. Like I think naturally you'll gravitate towards wanting to go back.
The quality of sports watching in America is so good. Like watching any game, it's so produced. It's
sometimes better than being in the stadium.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, obviously we're going to watch because we've watched sports our whole life, but the casual fan that may have just picked up a new hobby, picked up a new Twitch.
Yeah, but it's the popularity of it. That's why they tuned in probably in the first place.
But you also
so that popularity will come right back.
I also don't think you gained, had this never happened, you probably would have gained new fans over this period, which that isn't happening. It will be just kind of people going back and then kind of resume. But I don't know. It's really interesting. I definitely noticed myself, like I'm not a big Twitch streamer guy, but like I'm just a little bit more receptive to like in next year, if somebody says, hey, let's hop on a Zoom call, it's just more familiar to me now. Whereas in January, I would have been like, oh, can we do literally anything else?
Yeah. That's fair.
We'll see. Okay. And then a couple articles that are kind of similar because we kind of touched on them, but just to chat about them real quick is, they're trying to forecast what restaurants will look like moving forward. And then also the interesting stuff going on with airlines where, from what I hear, and obviously, Taylor, you can speak more on this than anyone, is like...
the Wright brothers over here.
Yeah. Is like the stewardess aren't serving snacks. They obviously have masks on. Right now, everyone's forced to wear masks, I think, but some airlines are saying they shouldn't. Like, just in general, like, what's this all going to look like? Are all your waitresses going to wear masks for the foreseeable future?
So I think there's an opportunity also in this pandemic to accelerate some things that should have happened in, call it the restaurant experience, call it the flying experience. Restaurant experience. Do we really need to talk to a waiter? It's stupid. The amount of error that happens, you go to any of these old school places where the captain doesn't want to write anything down.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
That's the weirdest flex ever.
I get it. You've been at Mr. Child's for 35 years. You don't want to write anything down. Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm vegetarian, and if it's not right, I will send that shit back.
Yeah,
100%.
I used to be a servant. I would try that. It's the biggest flop I've ever had. I stopped doing it so fast. It's like I can't do it.
Like, what % of the order do you think you get right?
Oh, fucking like none of it. Because I'm really bad at
what
that
you
shit.
What you get, a Coke? Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Because it's like once you get back there,
you're
the
allergic
pressure,
to peanuts? My bad.
The pressure is unreal. Because I'm like,
was even the urge to do no
just get
writing?
bored.
I don't know. Just trying to be like,
that
this guy's
clicking?
good.
Yeah, just snap.
You see that? Just we got this shit.
Yeah, no, it's like a go. Like they'd maybe be impressed, maybe get like $1 more tip.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't work.
I'm mortified when a waiter comes up to me and just does not write anything down.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I think this experience, so we've been talking with friends who own restaurants, what does it look like? So do they wear masks? The waiter, waitresses, the chef, they're wearing gloves, whatever. They're obviously going to have to seat every other table. They did a post, I think in Eater LA Times, that Brian posted that they would have dummies to put into other tables.
How
just
creepy. Imagine sitting in a restaurant full of
dummies.
mannequins.
And normally I'm in a restaurant full of dummies.
Yeah.
Now it's literally
Oh my God.
In Bangkok, they have pandas, like panda stuffed bears in the alternate chairs.
That's kind of fun.
Oh my gosh. I guess you could have some fun with that.
So I think like there's an opportunity here. Like maybe we need to see a world with what does a restaurant look like without waiters and waitresses. You download the restaurant's app, you order your food, it shows up, and you don't Open Table had it for a little while at restaurants in LA where you just, as if you booked the reservation on the app, you could upload your credit card and then you just leave, which is another thing that I would prefer to do. I don't want to sit there and wait for the bill and then the awkward, it's just all those things. We can improve the accuracy of the kitchen if you just said, hey, just put your order in and there's a busser or a delivery person to the table.
Yep.
And that's it. Like there are ways that you can even, in the airline experience, like do they really need to, they have to sit in Southwest, they like write down 500 people's drink orders? That's fucking stupid. Just put it in when you book your reservation. I want to have whatever the hell.
I agree.
It's insane. All these things, we could accelerate the efficiency of all these industries really quick.
That's the part that I think is crazy, that I think a lot of people, like vast majority, aren't going to adjust and like optimize for, like use this as an excuse to optimize for the future. They're just going to sit and wait till it comes back, and instead they're just going to have their waitresses memorizing things with a mask on.
Yeah.
And like there's so much that you could have put in place right now.
Yeah.
There's a great meme that's going around. It's like, what person or what thing innovated and made your business like tech savvy or took it to the next level? And it was like CEO, nope. CTO, nope. COVID-19, yes.
Yeah.
Like it's the only way that people are going to the next level of technology.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think restaurants in particular have a lot of labor that probably aren't needed.
Yeah, a lot. For God's sake, stop making me wait to pay my fucking bill.
Yeah.
Just like Europe's so much better. They come in with the scanners and you just do it at the table.
Okay,
even at like Mastro's or something, they give you like your check, and in the book has like a credit card. Some one of those places does. But like the fact that you don't have a pay station at your table.
Chili's does.
Oh God. Of course, they're the innovators.
Yeah, they're great. You can do it right at your table.
I actually think this bigger chains who are all about efficiency, like a Cheesecake Factory, a Chili's, I think they're going to innovate because they're going to be like, oh, we can get rid of 50% of our labor and no one will care that we cut them. They'll think it's safer because I guarantee the restaurants that will thrive in this economy are going to be the ones that are the safest, cleanest, the best.
If you can show
experience.
them that you have all that reduced amount of at least contact, you
like
could open up so much faster.
Yeah, like you don't have to interact with the waiter. That would be the most popular restaurant immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. Okay, I got a good one. I got a freaking good one. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star, Maurice Fayne, just like all of us, is affected by these tough times and decided he wanted to apply for some PPP, some protection. He received slightly over $2 million, it looked like.
Which I thought the cap was $2 million.
He got just over $2,045,800, it looks like. So I don't know. I mean, maybe whatever.
Okay.
Finessed it. So good for him. We're all going through tough times. And he, as everyone would, put it to use on the things that matter most that he's not able to afford during these tough times.
Employees, rent, utilities.
Well, kinda. If employees, you would consider child support, maybe baby moms.
Okay.
Look at her as an employee.
Okay.
Overhead, maybe you look at a nice Rolex Presidential.
I like that watch.
Diamond bracelet and 5.73 carat diamond ring.
Big ring.
You gotta look. I'm guessing it's part of his job, part of his overhead to look good,
Right.
and to stunt on these haters, as they say.
Yes.
So he's got that covered. It turns out they fully busted him for this already, and they've already raided his house. They found 80 G's in cash. They found all this jewelry. Like, number one, incredibly fast. I didn't realize anyone was busting anyone already.
And, they $500,000 of the PPP money was still in the bank account. They seized that already. So I think they're going to end up probably recovering a good chunk of this pretty fast.
Yeah, you can resell that presidential.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those hold value.
Yeah, those are great.
You might actually make some money on it.
Yeah.
But
He had a Wraith. He had all sorts of shit.
here's the story, kids. You get your PPP, stay off the gram.
Stay off the
If you're going to
effing
steal the money,
gram.
if you're going to steal the money, don't post what you stole.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So he said, look at all this shit I got.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty stupid that the Trump administration said they're going to audit all loans over $2 million. So does that mean it's a free-for-all? This guy was just above $2 million, so they audit?
Yeah.
$2 million
He
free-for-all?
fucked up. He should have denied that extra $50K.
Yeah, if he had just done under 2, they wouldn't have even bothered him.
But that was fast.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I thought they're going to start looking into this next year.
I mean, I think it's when it's just blatantly thrown in your face.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
It's
too
no
probably
easy.
choice.
some bored Atlanta FBI officer that's just like,
I'm like, this guy definitely stole the
was
PPP.
too
We gotta do
easy.
something. We're not doing shit out here.
What percent of PPE money do you think is not going to be used for what it's for? So this is obvious a case, but
75.
Yes.
you think 75 cents on every dollar given out is not for what the program is intended
Oh
for?
no, I think the other way
If
around.
it's strictly for payroll and overhead, I think 75.
And then what percent of those people do you think get audited?
But here's the thing, just so you know,
5.
what the penalty is that it does not get forgiven. It goes into a loan.
Which is you just pay off the loan.
You just
Yeah.
have to pay off the loan.
But people don't give a fuck. Look how people treat credit card debt. They're like, oh, fuck it, whatever. I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a small business owner, I think they're slightly more responsible than an average person. I think the average business owner will take it pretty seriously. I think it's the other way around. I think 25% of people will not use the resources appropriately.
And out of those people, what percent of those people get in trouble for it?
0.01.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very tiny.
Yeah, just
So you're
Maurice.
saying I should reapply for
Yeah, I think it'll be I think there will be a lot of cases where people couldn't use it on payroll, so it's going to convert into a loan because they just
I think that's huge. That'll be huge.
that will be the biggest. And that's not
But do
necessarily.
you think they have to report that and document that?
You
They're
can.
supposed to.
Yeah.
You can.
I
You're
think
better
people
off
are
doing
just-
it. You're better off just reporting and saying, "Shit, I couldn't use it for staff. I wanted to turn to a loan. Fuck it."
Oh yeah. You're saying you think that they will. I don't think that. I think a very common story will be fired people or cut costs or whatever, used it on what you had to use it for.
Yeah.
Maybe a little child support, and try to just get by with it and see if you get audited.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a common story. Okay, looks like we got an ad. So let's use this ad to get Rolexes and Wraiths and not
instead
on
of the PPP.
Instead of the PPP.
Okay, Pete, take it away.
All right, guys, we're back here for our advertiser today, Holistic Wellness. D, you've been raving all about the sleep. Holistic Wellness, which is really great. I've taken it to, knocks you right out.
Yep.
But I think what their next best product is their recovery one. And you've done, well, you said almost 100 miles.
I'm almost at 100 miles this month.
Centurion.
I'm a Centurion runner. And so I actually started taking that maybe 3 days ago after the runs. It's great. I think what their product does an incredible job of like, is just really calming you down.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Right.
Definitely on the recovery side. Like, I think it had ginger and
and
turmeric,
turmeric,
which are great for recovery.
Inflammatory or anti-inflammatory, all of that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm a fan of holistic wellness. I'm a user. I like that where you just pop it open and just that to me is the game changer.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
It's a
I've
great
actually
experience.
got hit up a lot on DMs about like people asking about the actual delivery system of the product, which is phenomenal. But yeah, great product. I'm excited about it.
Guys,
Next up was the stress one, which I have plenty of.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get knocked
So
out
did
though.
Pete just lose his job? Because D just read that.
What do you mean? No,
Yeah.
I've read all the other ones. I think people, I want to give them the excitement and all the energy, but I knew D was going through a lot, and the recovery was a great one for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a recovery after the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
Depending how my week goes. It could
But
go
they
south.
also have other ones for like beauty, for hair, and nail
Beauty
growth.
I don't need.
Yeah, why? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beauty is not something I need to be touching.
Okay, well, maybe some listeners out there do. Guys, head over to holisticwellness.com. Use the promo code D for 25% off.
Can you spell holistic for them?
HOLISTIK wellness.com.
Wow, well done.
All right, let's get back to the episode.
And we're back. Okay, so I missed this one here on the chat, but I'm guessing you guys covered Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, needless to say, huge bummer. More details are coming out, of course, as you would expect. You know what I heard? Did you guys talk about this? I heard that the reason the video leaked, so the video leaking is what really put it on the national stage.
Yep.
And really, these guys would have just got away with it had it not happened that way. I heard that the guys who shot him's lawyer put out the video thinking that this exonerated them.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. I mean, this is kind of like the Richard Burr conversation of like you're so confident that you did nothing wrong or that
Yeah.
you won't get caught
Yep.
that you just screw yourself.
And this is a really interesting. Yeah, that thing alone is the most insane thing. Like they're just so confident that it doesn't matter that you could even do that. This case is getting real dicey. There are all kinds of new evidence coming out.
Yeah.
One piece of evidence is that the older dude, the father, who was a police officer, didn't even like go to his force of use training or didn't pass it. So
Use
he's
of
not
force
even like
training.
Yeah, use of force training. Sorry.
Clearly.
And so he's not even like qualified to even take someone down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clearly.
And then there's videos of Ahmaud Arbery wandering into the construction site of that house.
Yep.
Which is also extremely strange.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Let's just say he committed some stupid
But that's
trespassing
trespassing.
crime. Right?
Yeah.
Trespassing crime. It still doesn't, and this is the problem, is that like, because he looks like he may have done that, people are still saying, oh, he was guilty. Okay, fine. Then arrest his ass and he go to jail.
Yep.
You don't need to get cold-blooded killed on the middle of a street.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous.
And-
If you're so ignorant,
Yeah.
if you say, well, he walked into a
Yeah.
like they
You know how many
cornered him, filmed it, and shot him to death with
Yes.
shotguns. Like that's what should happen when you trespass. You're telling me everyone who's making that critique has never trespassed? I've trespassed probably 5,000 times in my life.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is the owner of the home or the person building the home has said he never got a complaint, never got a phone call. So it's nothing that it was like the neighborhood was not concerned about this.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because I still think this is going to be like a big case because it's going to lead down a lot of rabbit holes around stand your ground, gun rights, race issues. And I don't think it's going away. I think it's going to get bigger and bigger. And the more homework we do and all the cover-ups we're going to read about is going to show there's as we all knew, a structural flaw in the police and justice system in America.
And I hate to break it to Jason Whitlock and Candace Owens, but all the information points to he was hunted and killed.
Yes.
Candace Owens is
she was like, he wasn't a jogger. He was in cargo shorts, and we criminalize just went against everything black people are dealing with.
She is fucking wild.
Yeah.
This is the type of case that feels like it's gonna, like this could cause riots.
Yeah.
Because it's like a fun, because here's the thing. If you're an idiot, I could see why you think you have an argument here. And so they're going to make that argument.
Yeah.
But damn it, man.
But
It's like
here's
you
the
missed the
interesting
point.
thing. There are white kids who go shoot up schools and walk out alive.
Yeah.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, they protect them.
And there's people, there is just people across the country every day by the hundreds of thousands that have minor infractions to the law. That's literally like if you were speeding and got pulled over and the cop shot you.
Yeah.
Except for it's these two hillbillies in a pickup truck. Like, why is there ever, I don't know, this was the same with Trayvon Martin. It's like, you're allowed to like track somebody down as some random trigger happy citizen. Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah, you're not a police officer.
No.
Like, you don't even have to, I don't, once again, far from know the rules, but like, there's certain information you don't even have to give up to a cop.
Yeah.
To like, freaking whatever these guys' names are.
Why don't they just call the police?
Because they're
right.
Like,
because they wanted to
call the police.
They want to do it old school style and take law in their own hands.
Yeah, exactly. In Georgia.
You're not going to do it right, but
these guys, I hate to like stereotype, these guys look like if you just typed in racist on Google.
So true.
It's like,
it's like spot on.
And imagine a father and son. Like what I was really like got lost on a mental train is like, what were these guys' lives before this? Like what type of people is a father and son who obviously do not care about the law because you're an ex-cop, that would jump into a pickup truck and go hunt a guy down with your buddy filming?
And
people who are not fucking. That is the problem.
Well, and
really?
Yes.
Fucking.
Like,
Sex.
Yes.
Sex.
Yes.
Really?
Because when you're not having sex.
You think that's what it all comes down to?
Yes. When you're not having sex.
I have a feeling.
What information do you have?
I have a feeling these types of people are having
also
sex
like
with
who
family
else have
members.
this father-son duo been tormenting?
That's what I'm saying. What were you doing last week? Like you must be psycho if you're like, hey, come on. That jogger's back.
Come on, son. We
get
gotta
your
go
shotgun. Let's go get him. Like, what is up with you? And then your homie is filming it, like it's for fucking World Star. Like, what are you people?
Yeah.
And I guess the reason why that blows my mind is because that is, I will go ahead and say very openly, that's full bubble life for me, because those people just exist right now in places like Nowheresville, Georgia. So when people talk about like, oh, it's scary to even leave our houses, blah, 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 and we don't fully get that, I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, that's insane.
So we can't go international travel. We can't go Georgia. Where else are we crossing?
You guys definitely can't go Georgia.
I mean, we just got to stay around here. Just relax.
Yeah.
You guys would do fine in Wisconsin. If you're in like Madison.
Madison's fine.
Hey, you're fine in Madison.
In Madison.
Yeah,
That's the
there's
problem. This
diversity
isn't
there.
Atlanta this happened.
Yeah.
It's always the outskirts where the two guys are in the pickup truck with the 12 gauge.
I grew up with a couple Indian kids.
The
You'd be good
doctor's
at
family's kids.
They were either Asian or Indian.
Okay.
Dr. Patel's kids.
Well, we'll see, but I have a feeling we'll be talking about this a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a cool Fortune article about a CEO survey, how America's biggest companies are dealing with Corona.
Yep.
Any key takeaways?
Yeah, so some big stats. This is a survey of Fortune 500 CEOs. Only 27% expect their workers to fully return to their usual workplaces this year. A majority believe it will be in the first quarter of 2022 before overall economic activity returns to levels reached before the pandemic. And another 27% don't expect that until the first quarter of 2023.
Oh my God.
Most say business travel at their company will never return to levels reached before the crisis.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
There was a $39 billion merger done with everyone work from home.
On the merger?
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
talking about lawyers, accountants, bankers, CEOs, executive teams. They were able to get that done. Why do you need to travel to do any business?
Like, I wonder what the overall amount saved on that deal.
Right.
If you looked at all travel, all.
Yeah, because like when like bankers do deals, they're shoving all the first class tickets, all the fancy restaurants, all of that is getting expensed onto the deal.
Yep.
And so this would be a really fun activity. Like I remember I talked to someone at Google X once on how they think about they look at like a law change or they look at a societal behavior change, and then they lay out all the impact it has on different industries and society, and they make bets on things. So reading what we're hearing from the top 500 CEOs in America, someone really smart should pick two categories, call it business travel, which is an easy one, which we all know is going to be reduced or completely gone, is like, look at the impact that has on like all the different industries. And I guarantee you there will be incredible opportunity to start new businesses, incredible opportunity to short companies, incredible opportunities to buy companies. Like you could do such research if you just take business travel and spend 3 months researching every single industry around it.
I mean, I think divorce lawyers are going to see the biggest boon if business travel is eliminated.
Yeah. I mean, already. It's already been 2 months at home.
Maybe you'll stop cheating because you can't go anywhere.
No way, you're sneaking off over here to the Marriott.
I was gonna say, apparently you're just going over to the local hotel and just fucking away.
Then you got a work meeting. I mean, Jesus. Yeah.
Busy for the afternoon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
Those
little
hotel bars, they're done.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, that whole...
The pharmaceutical sales rep that's cheating on his wife in Arizona.
Yeah. The golf trips, business golf trips.
I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm here every day at this office, and I go right by that hotel every day. It's not slowing down.
No, just the cheater's paradise.
There's a lot of people. Like parking lot is full. People are in. People are out.
You know what the AC on AC Marriott stands for? Adult cheaters.
Ooh, that's good.
That's good.
Budget cheating.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I feel like the situation of being locked up already for 2 months has to be.
Think about the
infidelity.
lies.
It must be down record levels.
Yeah, but I feel like like you reopen, let's just say in August, infidelity through the roof. Everyone's just going right out and cheating. First thing they do.
And think about the lies people would make up business
my
travel
God.
related to get out of the house.
The business travel
kidding?
industry may just continue, but like this powerful group of CEOs say, look, come on, guys.
Fueled by cheating.
We need to just
We need
keep
to get
this
away
circus
from our
going.
wife and kids and keep
We
this
won't fly
train-
first. We'll stay at budget hotels, but we got to keep this going.
If a business traveler that's used to flying first class agrees to flying coach, he's cheating.
Yeah.
You do not make that jump.
I would never ever go cross country coach all day.
That's a good thing for all the wives out there to know. Just look into that.
If he's flying middle seat on Spirit, you should run for the
You
hills.
need to call your lawyer.
That's good. Okay, speaking of shorting, you guys are little Michael Burrys yourself.
Yeah.
There's another article about the most shorted sector. What is it? Is it obvious?
It's not obvious. I think people thought it was oil. People thought it was
Hotels.
All that stuff. It's actually biotech. And the reason being biotech is the best performer of the stock market in the first kind of 6 months of the year. I think a lot of it is predicated on people thinking there's going to be a vaccine. So a lot of those kind of really went through the roof. The financial industry is second, healthcare third, and it was utilities, then energy. But it's not obvious. The number one shorted thing is the S&P 500.
Yeah.
which, Taylor and I are drowning in right now.
Yeah, because of me. I'm the number one shorter of the S&P 500.
I mean, the right answer is what's the most shorted sector should be all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I don't like. So this is what's crazy to me is we just read a survey of a bunch of CEOs and everyone's outlook are pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, stock market's up. I mean, stock market is back up today.
Yeah.
Why not?
Back up today.
And we're in like earnings time.
Yeah.
And
had a
it's
nice
Thursday.
trade.
And it's Thursday. It's unemployment data. That's usually a guaranteed day for the stock market to go up.
Yeah, we needed
36 million unemployed. Stock market up.
I mean,
36 million in 8-9 weeks is fucking crazy.
Insane. I don't think people also like people who
Like, do people understand what that scale is? 36 million people?
Well, you know what? I think
clearly not.
No, you know what's even scarier is that when you talk to people
That's-
that have been furloughed or laid off, I think they're going under the assumption that their job is going to come back. And what's being clear now is like, unless you're a bartender in Wisconsin, your job might come back, but everyone else job may not come back.
If just to think about it, LA is 12 million people. So 3 LAs lost their jobs. Everyone in LA three times over does not have a job.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But fuck it, man. Get in while it's hot, Because we are going to record numbers. I don't even know what to,
Not much to say.
not even to comment. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, that's a good place to end then. Why don't we let everyone know for the weekend what the biggest winners, losers, and content of the week are, or what they should look out for. Because this isn't mine, just going to ask you, maybe you already said it, Anand, have you been watching Billions?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm saving it.
Okay.
I have been.
Bit of a slow start.
Is it?
Yeah, episode 2 was a lot better. Episode 1 was horrendous.
Yeah.
So I saw on Twitter, the author of Bitcoin Billionaires wrote this upcoming episode.
Yeah, it was good.
No, this coming
No.
Sunday one.
No, he wrote the last one.
Oh, he wrote the
He
last
was
one.
on in the credits. Ben
got it.
Mesrich.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he talk about Bitcoin? Because he said in whatever episode
Well,
he
no,
wrote.
Yeah, there's a big
talking about
Bitcoin storyline.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't. I don't think that. Maybe they used him for that. But it was.
Because that was in
it
episode 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit in episode 2 as well.
It's a little soft. I need some more action.
Episode 2 had some action.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, so D, biggest winner of the last week.
This is my biggest winner of the month.
Okay.
It's everyone who did DJ Vice's and I Mile a Day challenge. It is wrapping up this Saturday. I think I ran over 100 miles in the last 30 days.
Really?
I literally was running 1 mile, 2 mile, and then I was like, my legs started feeling good. So I started running 3 miles. Then I started running 5 miles a day. So my legs are feeling good. So we're wrapping it up on Saturday. If you completed it, email run@themenlohouse.com. We're going with your address, your sizes, and we're going to send you a free t-shirt for completing it. Just screenshot your miles. And then Saturday, Vice and I are going to go live for one final run. And then I'm probably start drinking right after that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not? But thanks, Vice, and he's going to donate $5 to every I think No Kid Hungry, or I think
Kids are going to be fed.
kids are going to be fed. Let's just call it that.
We can guarantee that.
And Vice is going to donate $5 for every person that completed the challenge. So thanks, Vice. I cannot believe this guy's been doing it for damn near 3 years.
That's crazy.
He's been doing what?
Mile a day.
Really?
Over 900 days.
He just runs a mile every day.
Yeah.
Wow, good for
It's
you,
so
man.
hard to do it every single day. It's
Can I ask
very
you a
difficult.
couple questions?
Yes.
You know this runner's high thing that people talk about?
Yeah.
How long until that kicks in? Because every step is painful.
It's runner's high is post. Runner's high is not during.
Oh, I thought there was
don't
a
get it
moment
during.
where
You don't
like
get it during?
you're just
I-
cruising.
I've
and
got
just,
during.
No, I get it during. For me, it's after 5 minutes of running. So at the first 5 minutes, I hate.
Yeah.
And then after I get to the after the 5th minute,
me, it's
I'm
a
like,
mile.
oh, I feel good.
It's
Like,
a
is there a
mile.
point where you guys are you're just running like how you would walk? Like
Yeah.
you're just
gliding?
moving?
Yeah. Like when I get
gotta
when I
get
get up to
there.
like 5+ miles, I can just 5, 10 doesn't even matter. I can just go.
Me and AJ have been doing 3.5 miles a day. He's doing a 5K a day. I think I'm doing somewhere between a 5K and 3.5 miles every day for the last at least, most of quarantine.
That's around your neighborhood?
Yeah.
You guys have a good setup. You have a roof chill spot. You have
Yeah.
a running
Yeah.
track. You have a homie living next door.
I think it's for the most part, it hasn't been terrible.
That's good. Yeah, I got to get to that point. And then my last thing is the sort of shape ups that you wear.
Yeah.
Those help a lot.
Oh yeah, this shoe is a game changer.
You're just running on clouds.
Yeah, it's called Hoka. It's for running. I mean, they're not like shoes. You're not going to win any design awards wearing the shoe.
They kind of look like the Balenciagas.
I don't know. People are starting to wear them in high fashion now.
Yeah.
You never know.
I think
Hoka,
it's
but
kind of
like,
like you're in the know.
Right.
If you're wearing a
but it's so thick, the sole.
So comfortable.
I literally can't run in like an Asics or a New Balance.
So that's for the knees and the ankles. You're just floating.
Yeah, and people don't understand when you run, you're supposed to wear a bigger shoe. That's why most people have so many leg injuries. Is that they're wearing the shoe? You got to go like a half or a full size bigger because your feet do expand and if you're wearing the exact size, your feet really hurt.
Yeah, the ends of my toes are all like kind of bruised.
People like running. You can't run in shoes like that.
The recommendation I would say is go to a physical therapist, let them watch you walk and run.
Yeah.
And they'll
you can
tell
even
you
a run
what
shoe store can do it.
I did that one time on one of those running shoe stores.
Yeah.
Okay. But I got to get some of those guys.
These shoes are great.
Okay. Anand, biggest winner of the week.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Marky Mark.
Oh boy. Your
So
friend.
5 hours ago, he posted on Facebook that Messenger Rooms is now available across all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. So when we were hanging out in the clubhouse, he was like, "Oh, it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Zoom, I'll take that too."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Zoom you over, baby.
He is next level.
You can't let this guy in your beta. I mean, this guy who started Clubhouse should should
why
question
would you-
every decision he's ever
Because that
made.
means he invited him.
Yeah, for
Obviously.
sure.
Or
signed off
Because
on
he had to, at the point when Zuck was on, it was literally greenlit by the founders.
They probably like, oh my God, Mark Zuckerberg is so cool. I would
they're
never let
fucked
any
up.
tech founder in anything I'm doing.
So
Yeah,
the
that's the Winklevoss,
clubhouse,
how that turned
they're
out.
rumored to be raising a big round right now, and it's funny because as those rumors were heating up, if you look at who's actually in the clubhouse, it was 100% VCs. So I have not been in the clubhouse for a long time.
Yeah.
Me and Zuck left on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Except he just went and created the same thing.
Gosh. Okay. My winner of the week's Pete.
Thank you.
Wow.
You know, he's out here just really. I don't know if he'll be the winner next week when he comes up with a little cough and some body shakes, but you know, really just living the California. I mean, he's made friends.
Yep.
He's got.
It's almost my year mark here.
It's
June.
almost your year mark here. You're blacking out. I saw you and Taylor talking about, yeah, you know, so-and-so showed up and, yeah, Ryan? Yeah, fuck with Ryan. Yeah, like you really settled in. I thought for sure you'd be in jail by now. Maybe Corona
Yeah,
kept
let's
you
talk
out
about
of
that.
jail.
What was our original bet? Something
Yeah,
about
it
me
was
being in jail
soon.
in 3 to 4 months.
I thought jail and then back home.
But then luckily Corona happened, and I don't really have a high chance of going to jail now.
Yeah, and I also got to mention to the group, I might as well let everyone know that listens, you sent like some sort of wasted text to the group on accident the other day.
Oh, yeah.
There was like B, space, enter.
Oh, I didn't even
I
catch
was-
that.
Yeah, he sent like a fully blacked
Oh,
out.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't know what that was. I thought it was like a meme or something.
It was like,
to
no,
it.
I was sitting on my phone, and somehow we were in the convo, and I just did all that. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So maybe, I don't know if you're a winner because Corona saved your job and your freedom, you know, because it forced you to like cool it out, or you're a winner because you're just really,
I just
you know,
thrive.
you've settled in and you're thriving, you made
I
friends.
just thrive anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll
it doesn't
see.
have to be just LA.
We'll see. Don't get
Yeah.
too.
No, I'm
That's
very
just this
confident in
week.
the idea.
After this week,
Yeah.
next week's a new week.
Sure.
Okay. Who's the biggest loser?
For me, unfortunately, it's restaurants. I feel like the reopen for restaurants is going to be really ugly. I've been reading a lot of stats about Georgia, Texas. I'm curious to see what Wisconsin's like, and it just doesn't look good.
Yep.
Like you could reopen everything today in LA, and I don't think restaurants and bars would be packed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Taylor?
My girlfriend went to a restaurant
yeah.
in Florida yesterday.
Yes.
So she's in Tampa. She said she's going to a really nice restaurant, and I said, "You're in Tampa. They don't have really nice restaurants there." But I know you're going to.
This is why people don't like you.
But she said she went to a really nice restaurant in Tampa, and everyone got temperature checked at the door. She said they had a 7:00 reservation. They didn't leave till 10 because it was just packed, and like none of the systems were set up well. So it took like 3 hours to get their food.
Really?
And it was just like a horrible experience.
And you sent us a video. It looks like it was packed.
It was packed fully. And she said,
So maybe
well,
I'm wrong.
And no one's wearing masks.
no one's
I don't
wearing
know.
masks.
I can't
It's packed.
tell.
They temperature check at the door, and they said it was like kind of a fun game to see like who can't get in out of the group. Because if one person in your group doesn't get in, it's like you kind of have to go somewhere else.
No,
you just ditch 'em.
You ditch them.
You know, like if you see a pack of like, girls at a nightclub, and one girl gets in, she'll leave her friends.
Oh yeah,
That's girls
That's
at a nightclub.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference?
The rules have changed.
I guess so.
You know.
I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are gonna go back to restaurants and not give a shit.
All it takes is one little news story like, oh, we had an uptick because everyone went back to the restaurants and they're fucked.
Yeah. Maybe not in Tampa. I don't know. Florida's different.
They might not count.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Different rules. Okay. Anand?
Major League Baseball.
Why?
So 2 reasons. For the first time, I feel like in years, they had a lot of momentum going into the season because of the Astros cheating scandal.
Yep.
Everyone wanted to see how people would react. And then they got delayed, obviously. And then the second reason is separate from how to deal with Corona and the health issues, the owners and players can't agree on how players are going to get paid in this shortened season. The players, they're already agreeing to an 81-game season, which is basically a 50% pay cut.
Yep.
And the owners don't even want to pay them 50% of their salary. They want to pay a percentage of their revenue.
Yep.
And, like, you haven't even figured out the health stuff. Like, and you're making this, like, a money thing.
Yeah.
I think people aren't going to be fans of the sport similar to, the post-steroid era, lockout era.
Yeah.
It's just they're fumbling.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Baseball has it rough.
I mean, baseball is the weak link, right?
I mean,
Just saying, if we're going NFL, MLB, NBA.
I mean hockey. Well,
that's not even
nobody
on that.
even considers that.
That's not even a
yeah.
link.
Yeah.
There's 3. Okay. What do we? Oh yeah, losers. You know, my loser is the way the California government is handling information and lockdown and letting go. Like this weird, like you can go to the beach, but you got to keep moving. Like Tur said, not talking to restaurants. Like I just feel like, I don't know, if the president or other leadership isn't going to give solid information, I wish at least California would. We've all been like so good at following the rules, and I just wish that things were a little bit more based around facts, and all these cockamamie weird rules were not there.
I like cockamamie as a word.
Cockamamie is a good word.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell it, but I like it.
I'm not sure either, but in this instance, it fits perfectly. Okay. Those rules are cockamamie.
Can we post how to spell cockamamie?
Yeah.
Just post it. I don't need to hear it. You got it?
Cockamamie. Cockamaie.
COCK. The word cock is in it?
The word cock is in it.
China.
Like China, but cockamamie.
All right, content. What should everyone check out?
My content recommendation is the new Future album.
Oh, yeah. Today.
Yeah,
It's
you know
out
what's
tonight.
really interesting? One, I'm excited about listening to the Future album. I like how they're launching it. But I think the more interesting thing is, I was thinking about during the pandemic, there hasn't been a lot of music released. Like, only person,
Right.
like
Drake.
albums. Drake released his old, like, SoundCloud songs. But, like, there's not, like, I think did Uzi have an album?
He did.
Lil Baby did one.
Yeah, he did.
Where he did like a
And Lil
mixtape.
Yeah, but, like, why weren't these artists
Why-
dropping albums?
Tory Lanez, why did he go viral? Did he put out music?
Well, he has his IG live
Well,
show.
IG
most
live
of it was
show.
because of touring, I heard. Like, because then you can't tour once you release your album.
I don't
because
know.
we just put
But
out
you're
vlogs.
not
Yeah,
So
but
they're
who
like
gives
waiting
a
for
shit?
it.
You're not touring for a year. So put out an album now and then another one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are not. You know who put out an album?
Tim.
Tim.
Gamache did.
Tim Gamache. Shout out to Tim Gamache's
Yeah, Tim
album.
knows how to take advantage of the time.
Yeah, he
he's
said,
like, you know
Corona, have a new song.
He's like,
you know
fuck it
what?
if I can't
Maroon
tour.
5, you're not going to put an album? Guess what? You need some white music? You come to Tim
You
Gamache.
come to Tim Gamache. I'm not touring off this shit. I don't care.
Touring, I mean, I'm sure touring for a young artist is fun. Like, Adam Levine doesn't want to tour.
No.
He doesn't want to leave his 50. He guy owns $100 million of real estate in LA. He's
The
not trying
same
to,
reason a business traveler wants to travel.
he wants it, whatever his AC Marriott is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. I think that some content people have done a great job at taking advantage of everyone's sitting, just watching and taking in content. Some have not.
Music to me failed. Like,
Yeah.
you should have put this. Should have been.
Yeah, so congratulations to Anthony for
Yeah.
putting out the Future album.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just the boomer in me. During quarantine, I have not listened to music whatsoever.
Because you're
I do
not
when I
doing
drive.
the habits that normally.
Yeah.
you would listen.
But
to
sometimes
music
when I'm at home, I'll just put on the Drake album in the background or whatever. It's kind of nice. Kind of livens up your.
Yeah.
I have music on 24/7 because we just leave Spotify on all day. But yeah, I mean, most people aren't doing their normal habit, like driving in the car, going for a run, go to the gym, whatever.
Is Gunna's dropping an album too? I think.
Yeah, Murthy's busy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Says it's the hardest he's ever worked.
Doesn't slow down. Okay. Good work, Ant.
Yeah.
Anand, what do you got?
So I did another movie binge, not rom-coms this time.
Are you off the rom-com thing?
We did 20.
That's a shit ton. I can't believe you even found 20.
So we watched Spy Games last weekend.
Great movie.
It's with Brad Pitt and Robert Redford.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Great movie.
Incredible movie.
Then we watched Sneakers, which
Great
is
movie.
unbelievable.
So
from
you're on a Robert
1992.
Redford kick.
Yeah. So we went with 2 spy movies, and then we're like, okay, let's go down a Robert Redford rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Next movie we watched was 3 Days of Condor, which is another CIA movie
Yes,
from
a
the
great
50s.
movie.
And All the President's Men, which is about Deep Throat.
That's amazing.
Wow, look at D.
I'm a big
The
Robert
cosign.
Redford guy.
And then The Way We Were, which is a love story about the McCarthy era.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's great. He's fantastic.
He is fantastic. He's a great guy.
I like how you guys are sticking to categories.
Themes.
Yeah.
We're theming our weeks out.
That's good. Okay. Have we tied that into any newsletters or anything?
No, you're supposed to give all the list of the.
Yeah, we're supposed to give
Yeah,
Anand's
I'll give
rom-com of the
those,
week
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you could do Anand's Robert Redford movie of the week.
Yeah. Just put on it and Robert Redford like memed into every picture.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is like he's put out some of these movies in the 50s and 70s, and he looks the same in the 2000. I mean, he's obviously aged. but
Yeah.
It's like
He looks old now.
I mean, that was 20 years ago.
Okay.
Spy Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is you know what? I'm going to do another book. I apologize, Pete.
Ugh.
Yep. Sorry, man. Boring town. For all the readers out there, there's a book called The Righteous Mind by Jonathan Haidt that I just finished, all about why people are so like polarized and tribal, and why like Republicans just everything's Republican, fuck everyone else,
Yeah.
racists, why people are like that, how we
Was the
evolved.
answer Russians?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really just one line. It says Russian.
Russians.
How we evolved to stick in groups, and why people are all actually defending like the same values within, like they're all protecting like outsiders, they're all protecting threats, they're all protecting whatever, but you just choose your thing. And why like religion and political parties is less about really believing in the thing and more about believing in your group. And like if you remove yourself from believing that set of values, you now are alone.
Yeah.
And that's really scary for people.
That is good.
That makes sense.
So yeah, very timely book. I think
That is a good.
a couple years old, but
Well, do we have to read it now? You pretty much gave us the whole book.
Yeah,
no, that's
read it. I mean, it's
That was
good.
great. That
That's
was
it.
great.
So you got it.
You should just do 5-minute spark notes on these books, and we're just done.
Yeah,
Well,
Anand can do
5.
rom-coms.
One
I'll do
minute.
a quick for
Because
dummies.
I love the information on these books.
Yeah.
I just don't want to read them.
Yeah,
No,
I don't want to
now
waste
you
300 pages worth of time. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I could be doing with 300 pages of time?
Yeah.
TikTok.
No, now you know. Here's the
Twitter.
big thing, and sorry for all the readers. Well, if you're really like into it, you'll read it. The big thing is simply that everyone says we evolve like natural selection, and we evolve selfishly, but like for our own benefit. But people have evolved over the years for the benefit of the group as well, because people who are religious have survived wars and been more motivated and helped each other out. People who stick in groups do better, therefore they survive.
Yeah.
So everyone's defending the same values within themselves. They just choose different reasons. So don't be so mad.
What was that line? People in groups.
Chat. People in
stronger?
groups chat.
I say in Corona time, people in groups, they stay stronger. I've been in
You
a
want to know
group.
one of the biggest?
I've been in a group this whole time.
One of the biggest integrated
I'm
fears
strong.
of human beings are viruses. You know, like that's why we're scared of snakes.
Yeah.
It's like all the same thing. Like we're scared of any.
It's another level when you can't see it. I can see a snake coming, and I can just walk
Well, you don't
another
give
way.
a shit, so you're not really one to talk.
Yeah, what do you care? It doesn't seem like it's affected your life.
Well, because it was just like, I can roll the dice at this age. If
I
I
say
was
we
old, it'd be a
get-
different story.
I'd say we get an antibody person here. We make some sort of betting system.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's hard because I just saw some YouTubers get it the other day, and I was just like,
Hey, YouTubers are the new movie stars. They have
It's
clout
true.
in the medical world. But my point is, you could do like a bet. You could do a pot, and if you get it right, you could parlay. I bet D and Pete have it
yeah,
for double.
that could be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Everyone have a great weekend. Make sure you check out wow, we got content out the ass over here.
Yeah.
Check out our
One
website.
thing we've done during the coronavirus is step content up.
You're damn right. We're like freaking Davey Day Trader over here. MelroseStreetJournal.com. Do you still go to group-chat.com for a newsletter, or do you go to Melrose Street Journal now?
Everything's on MelroseStreetJournal.com. So nothing more at group-chat. You can sign up for the newsletter at MelroseStreetJournal.com. It looks a lot better than group-chat. It's a new and improved.
Nice. Okay, so do that. Check out Behind Closed Doors, which is Pete and Taylor's IGTV and YouTube show. Check out Detour, because he's still going. Short story long, maybe one day. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good weekend, guys. We'll see you on Monday.